reception sponsor. Unfortunately, our AMS representatives, Todd Fowler and David Reeder, could not be here with us tonight, but they did ask that I extend their regards to you. As the majority of you take part in our NCSA public education program, and we thank you very much for doing so, you are aware of the special relationship we have with the Wisconsin Army National Guard. We are fortunate to have the Guard as our dinner sponsor tonight. I would ask that our Wisconsin Army National Guard members please stand and be recognized. The services you provide to the WBA, and especially to our country, are most appreciated. Before we begin our dinner tonight, we will be presenting the New Media Awards. Being named as a finalist means that you have placed first, second, or third. When the first place winner is announced, please come up to the podium, this podium, to receive your award. Then please proceed to the back of the room, where the balloons are, to get your picture taken. If you were listed as a finalist and did not receive first place, you may pick up your second and third place plaques after the ceremony. Yes, I did say plaques, as this year's second and third place winners will be receiving plaques instead of certificates. We thought you'd be happy about that. And other than that applause, we would ask that you please save your applause for the awards winners until the end, first of all, of the new media section. I would now like to introduce our WBA Board Vice Chair for Television and our Chair-elect, and my co-host for the evening, Al Lancaster. Al is the General Manager of WSAW-TV in Wausau.
Thanks, Michelle. Thank you. Let's get started. The new media categories are convergence coverage, website journalism, website entertainment, story or event produced originally for new media, best use of citizen contributions, blog, use of new media, and best election coverage.
Our first award this evening in the exploding new media section of the WBA Awards is for convergence coverage. The finalists are WISC-TV Madison for Interstate 3990 backup, WISN-TV Milwaukee for the Mark Jensen trial, WCLO-AM in Janesville for the Vorderman murder-suicide, and WSAW-TV Wausau, drinking and snowmobiling, a deadly culture.
And the winner is there's actually a tie. The first place winner is Mark Jensen Trial, WISN-TV, Milwaukee. And the other first place winner is Drinking and Snowmobiling, a Deadly Culture, WSAW.com, WSAW-TV, Wausau.
Hey, Dean. Congratulations. There you go.
WTV Wausau, channel3000.com from WISC-TV Madison, and Fox11online.com from WLUK-TV Green Bay.
And the winner is channel3000.com, WISC-TV Madison.
In website entertainment, the finalists are 959kissfm.com from WKSZ-FM in Green Bay, WAPL.com from WAPL-FM Appleton, and Lake961.com from WLKG-FM, Lake Geneva.
And the winner is 95 KISS FM, WKSC FM in Green Bay.
In story or event produced originally for new media, the finalists are Special Report, End of an Era from WSAW-TV Wausau, The Doug Seide Case from WEAU-TV Eau Claire, and 2008 Wisconsin Valley Fair, WSAW-TV Wausau.
And the winner is Wisconsin Valley Fair, WSAW-TV Wausau.
In Best Use of Citizen Contributions, the finalists in new media are Wisconsin Flooding, WISC-TV Madison, The Doug Seide Case, WEAU-TV Eau Claire, and Interstate 90 Pileup, WISC-TV Madison.
And the winner is Doug Seide Case, WEAU-TV Eau Claire.
In what is both the fastest growing category and the largest overall in new media, the finalists for Best Blog are Doppler 9000 Weather Blog, WAOW-TV Wausau, Forecast Team Blog, Off the Beaten Path, WXOW-TV La Crosse, Newsline 9 Political Blog, WAOW-TV Wausau, Convergence Tangent, WCLO-AM, Janesville, and Snowstorm Live Blog, WISC-TV, Madison.
And the winner is Convergence Tangent, WCLO-AM, Janesville.
In use of new media, the finalists are Freakfest Live Reporting, WISC-TV Madison, 7 to Go, My Local Titan, WSAW-TV Wausau, Pat and AJ in the Morning, WIZM-FM La Crosse.
And the winner is Freakfest Live Reporting, WISC-TV Madison.
The new WBA Awards program chooses an annual special category. For 2008, that category was election coverage. The new media finalists for Best Election Coverage are WisconsinEye.com Campaign 08, Wisconsin Eye, Madison, Election Day, WISC-TV, Madison, and the 2008 election from WSAW-TV, Wausau.
And the winner is Election Day, WISC-TV, Madison.
Could you just had to stay up here?
It can be a long walk up here. That concludes our New Media Awards. Let's give everyone a round of applause. The awards presentation will continue after dinner. So now, sit back, enjoy a nice dinner, and the music of Marianne Haar. There are cash bars on either side in the back of the room, which will remain open the rest of the night. Enjoy. We're going to get started. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. And please join me in giving our harpist, Marianne Haar, a round of applause. We will now continue with the awards presentations. Let me take a moment to explain how this will work. We have separate podiums, as you can see, for small, medium, and major markets. Last year's Station of the Year recipients, representing WTMJ AM Milwaukee, WTAQ AM Green Bay, WTCH AM Shawano, WISN Milwaukee, WISN TV Milwaukee, WISC TV Madison, and WKBT TV La Crosse will be the presenters for this year's WBA Awards for Excellence. Radio representatives will present to TV winners, and TV representatives will present to radio winners. This year's WBA Awards for Excellence Station of the Year winners will present at the 2009 Awards for Excellence at next year's gala. A finalist means, again, that you have placed first, second, or third. The first place winners will be read by the presenters on the large podium. When the first place winners are announced, please come up to your appropriate podium, small, medium, or major market, to receive your plaque. Then, please proceed to the back, where the balloons are, of the room to have your picture taken with WBA Immediate Past Chair, Doug Keel from Journal Broadcast Group in Milwaukee, or WBA Current Chair, Wendy Oberg from Zoe Communications. Remember, if you receive second or third place, you may pick up your plaques after the ceremony. Again, we do ask that you please save your applause for the award winners until the end of the ceremony. If you don't, it's going to be a really long night. Now let me introduce our first set of presenters. Lisa Klein and Aaron Matus, WKBT TV La Crosse, will represent Small Market. Eric Franke and Susan Simon, WISC TV Madison, will represent Medium Market. And Terry Sater and Toya Washington, WISN TV Milwaukee, will represent Major Market.
The first 6 radio categories are Spot News, Hard News Investigative, Feature, Best Newscast, Best Use of Audio, in Radio News, and News Writing.
There was heavy competition in all radio news categories. In small market radio, the finalists in spot news are WRPN AM in Ripon for the Ripon homicide, WWIS AM in Black River Falls, Palms Fire, and WTCH AM Shawano, Swiggin' Sinners. In radio spot news, the medium market finalists are WCLO Janesville, No Time for Goodbye, WAYY AM Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls Gun, and WCLO AM in Janesville, Factory Farewell. The finalists in spot news for major market radio are WIBA AM Madison for Interstate Traffic Jam, WTMJ AM Milwaukee, The January Tornadoes, WIBA AM in Madison for Deadly Interstate Pileup.
All right, here we go. In small market radio for spot news, the winner is Palms Fire, WWIS AM Black River Falls.
WWIS News at 5. I'm Tony Hogg reporting from Hatfield. A favorite place of many to eat in the area was lost to fire Wednesday afternoon.
Black River Falls Fire Department and Hatfield Fire Department were initially called to the Palm Supper Club here at Tony K. About 12:17 this afternoon.
And the winner for Medium Market Radio Spot News is
Chippewa Falls Gun, WAYY AM Eau Claire. A Chippewa Falls man was arrested on gun charges after an incident early Sunday morning in an East Hill neighborhood in Chippewa. News Talk 790 News Director Dan Lee, who lives in that neighborhood, was actually there for the takedown.
The suspect was arrested in my driveway. Police have been called to 10 and a half North Royal Street shortly before 1 a.m. Sunday.
That's so straight about
And the winner for Major Market Radio for Spot News is Deadly Interstate Pileup, WIBA AM, Madison.
Rapid traffic from the U.S. Cellular Traffic Center.
In the U.S. Cellular Rapid Traffic Center, I'm Dave McCann. Have reports that the interstate is backed up in both directions near Dejoke Casino. The fog may be to blame for this. We're awaiting further details, but for those of you that are traveling on the interstate,
In hard news investigative reporting, the small market radio finalists are WRJO-FM in Eagle River, Ziggy Stardust Sentenced, WJMT-AM in Merrill, River Girl, and WBKV-AM West Bend, Wisconsin Budget. In hard news investigative reporting, the medium market radio finalists are WAYY-AM Eau Claire, The Home Front, WCLO-AM Janesville, A River Rises, and WTAQ-AM Green Bay, As the Brett Turns. In hard news investigative reporting, the finalists in major market radio are WTMJ-AM Milwaukee, June Flooding, Wisconsin Public Radio Madison, their Infant Mortality Series, and WIBA-AM in Madison, the Dane County 911 Center.
In small market radio for the Hard News Investigative Award, Ziggy Stardust Sentenced, WRJO-FM, Eagle River.
It took 6 days of testimony and 5.5 hours of deliberation last spring before a jury came back with its verdict in one of the most high-profile Vilas County criminal cases in a long time. Today it took over 3 hours to complete the sentencing hearing for Paul Michael Ziggy Stardust before substitute Judge Mark Mangerson of Oneida County.
And in medium market radio, the winner for Hard News Investigative is
The Home Front, WAYY-AM Eau Claire.
When soldiers come marching home, sometimes the stresses of war come with them. This is the first in a series of reports on how the military is trying to help prepare soldiers for their return to the home front. Sergeant First Class David Patterson is a mental health specialist at Wisconsin's Fort McCoy. Returning soldiers spend a few days debriefing at the fort, including preparing mentally to return to civilian life.
And the winner is from Major Market Radio Hard News Investigative Infant Mortality Series, Wisconsin Public Radio, Madison.
When 35 states reported infant mortality rates in 2004, Wisconsin ranked last. Its rate of African American infant deaths was the worst. This long-standing, troubling trend has been difficult to turn around, but one community has. Shabine Mills has the first of 3 reports about infant mortality.
In feature reporting, the small market radio finalists are WTCH-AM, Shawano, Relay for a Purpose, WBKV-AM, West Bend, Kewaskum Fan, WJMT-AM in Merrill, Polka Anniversary. In feature reporting, the medium market radio finalists are KUWS-FM, Superior, Tall Ships, WHBL-AM, Sheboygan, The Prism, and WCLO-AM, Janesville, Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. In feature reporting for major market radio, the finalists are WTMJ-AM, Milwaukee, Hometown Heroism, Wisconsin Public Radio, Madison, Glass, and WTMJ-AM, Milwaukee, Haunted by Tragedy, Haunting to Heal.
And the winner in small market radio's feature category is Polka Anniversary, WJMT-AM, Merrill.
The Central Wisconsin Polka Club has a big celebration this Friday night. It's been 20 years of the Saturday morning polka variety show on WJMT. Whether it's German, Polish, Czech, or even Slovenian music, you can count on the Central Wisconsin Polka Club to be there each and every Saturday morning.
And the winner for Medium Market Radio feature is
Tall Ships, KUWS-FM Superior.
You have just stepped inside the workings of a machine that works on wind and muscle power.
The man of this machine is the pride of Baltimore, and that's Captain Jamie Trost of Erie, Pennsylvania. It's his first time as skipper on this 1812-era topsail schooner. The ship is one of 3 historical replicas sailing through Lake Superior to the Twin Ports Harbor for the Duluth Maritime Festival.
And the winner for Major Market Radio feature is Hometown Heroism, WTMJ AM Milwaukee.
What makes a hero? Superhuman deeds that inspire masses and change the course of world events, or simply community togetherness and hard work that changes one family's life forever? That family is the Longorias.
It's a single mother raising beautiful 13-year-old triplets, which is hard enough.
Here's a category with big bragging rights on the line. Best Radio Newscast. In small market radio, the finalists are WRPN AM in Ripon for their morning news, WJMT AM in Merrill, and WTCH AM in Shawano for the WTCH 6:30 AM local newscast. The best radio newscast medium market radio finalists are WAYY AM Eau Claire, the Valley's Morning News, WTAQ AM Green Bay, Black Friday, WAYY AM Eau Claire, Noon News, WCLO AM Janesville, Southern Wisconsin News, and WTAQ AM Green Bay, Storm Day. In major markets, the finalists for Wisconsin's best radio newscast are WTDY AM Madison, A Way of Life, WTMJ AM Milwaukee, Wisconsin's Morning News, and WIBA AM Madison, Madison in the Morning.
In small market radio, best newscast is November 19th, 2008, Morning News, WRPN AM Ripon.
Covering East Central Wisconsin, here's the latest news on AM 1600 WRPN.
From the AM 1600 WRPN Newsroom, I'm Sarah Kessage with this information update. A look at your weather eye forecast today. Cloudy skies, your highs around 37. In medium market radio, the winner for best newscast is
Storm Day, WTAQ AM Green Bay.
At 7:04, WTAQ News continues on News Radio 1360 WTAQ.
Nearly every school is closed in northeast Wisconsin as a winter storm blasts through the area. Good morning, I'm Sean Kaiser. The snow started to fall late yesterday afternoon.
About 4 to 5 inches across Green Bay, but farther south into Sheboygan County and Fond du Lac, they've seen anywhere from 5 to about 7.
And the winner for Major Market Radio Best Newscast, Wisconsin's Morning News, June 10th of 08, WTMJ AM Milwaukee.
Happening now, we're hearing it now. On air, online, and on demand. 620 WTMJ.com. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee. Depend on it.
It's 6 o'clock. Most of us want the water to recede. In a category that goes to the very essence of what we do, best use of audio in radio news. The small market finalists are WTCH-AM in Shawano for the Witch Law's funeral, WBKV-AM West Bend for Dems Night, and again, WBKV-AM West Bend Vets Day. In best use of audio in radio news, the medium market finalists are WTAQ-AM Green Bay, Bring Back Brett, WIZM-AM La Crosse, Missing Ducks, WAYY-AM Eau Claire, Megadrop, WTAQ-AM Green Bay, firefighter training. And WCLO AM Janesville, Life Lesson. In best use of audio and radio news, the major market finalists are WUWM-FM Milwaukee, Autumn on the Farms, Wisconsin Public Radio Madison, Ho-Chunk Bison Roundup, and Wisconsin Public Radio Madison for The Sky is Crying in Crandon.
And the winner in Small Market Radio's best use of audio in radio news is Dems Night, WBKV AM West Bend.
Washington County is heavily Republican, but last night it was the Democrats' turn to party. About 130 Washington County Democrats gathered at the Claremont Inn to celebrate Barack Obama's victory. Party Chairman Mike Schlotfeld says he knew things were turning Obama's way in Wisconsin.
For Media Market Radio, best use of audio and radio news, we have a tie.
There is a tie in this category. First is Missing Ducks, WIZM AM in La Crosse, and also Bring Back Brett, WTAQ AM in Green Bay.
Yes, ma'am, you say you've lost your children. Not lost. Only half your kids. Where?
Dozens of Brett Favre fans set up shop in the parking lot outside Lambeau Field. The goal, get Favre back in the green and gold.
He should be automatically our starter if he wants to play.
For Major Market Radio, best use in audio and radio news is Autumn on the Farms, WUWM-FM in Milwaukee.
Right here, let's dig some potatoes. You see, some of the potatoes are still green. See that big green one? Well, we don't like to dig those just yet because the potato might still be green. But these, see, are all brown, we're all through, so we can dig. How about if we dig in here?
Working the Rankin farm is a little different today than it was in 1897. The most obvious difference is its level.
In radio news writing, the small market finalists are WTCH-AM Shawano, Chung Lee, WBKV-AM West Bend, Jamie Foss, number 1, WTCH-AM Shawano, Jeremy Connor, and WBKV-AM West Bend, Jamie Foss, number 2. In news writing, the Media Market Radio finalists are WCLO-AM Janesville, with one of my personal favorite titles, Bessie the Giant Cow Statue Comes Home, WIZM-AM La Crosse, Car Poem, WCLO-AM Janesville, Fighting the Flood, and WFDL-AM Fond du Lac, Jebediah. In radio news writing, the major market finalists are all from the non-commercial sector. They are Wisconsin Public Radio Madison for Campaign Ad Stopped, WUWM-FM Milwaukee for Grandparents Parenting Again in 2 parts, and Wisconsin Public Radio Madison Eating Invasives.
For Small Market Radio news writing, Chung Lee, WTCH-AM Shawano.
For Media Market Radio news writing,
The winner is Car Poem, WIZM AM in La Crosse.
In either case, the ride is over now for a 19-year-old, a 17-year-old, and a 15-year-old. Cops say the 3 were out at night looking for a car to steal. They were feeling fine with some simple tools, checking out all those sweet deals. They came across a Honda, black in color, sitting on a lot and looking sweet. Pried open the door, used a screwdriver, and soon they were on the street.
The winner from Major Market Radio news writing, Campaign Ad Stopped, Wisconsin Public Radio.
Circuit Judge Thomas Lister said a radio ad by the conservative group Coalition for America's Families violated state law because it made false statements with actual malice about Democratic Assembly candidate Mark Radcliffe. Radcliffe is running against Republican Dan Hellman in a district near Eau Claire. The ad the judge ordered taken down tries to tie Radcliffe to the universal health care plan known as Healthy Wisconsin that passed the Wisconsin Senate last year.
Our next set of presenters are as follows. Bruce Grassman and Aaron Light, WTCH AM Shawano, will represent Small Market. Jerry Bader and Matt Z, WTAQ AM Green Bay, will represent Medium Market. And John Wyman and Steve Wexler from WTMJ AM will represent Major Market.
The first 6 television categories are Spot News, Morning Newscast, Evening Newscast, News Writing, Hard News Investigative, and Series or Documentary.
In Spot News, the small market television finalists are WSAW Wausau, Deadly Explosion in Tomahawk, WQOW Eau Claire, Shots Fired, and WSAW Wausau, Brokaw Chemical Spill. In Spot News, medium market television, the contenders are all about exactly the same story. The finalists are WLUK Green Bay, Lake Delton Floods, WISC Madison, Lake Delton Draining, and WMTV Madison, Delton Breach. In Spot News, the major market finalists are WISN Milwaukee, January Tornadoes, WDJT Milwaukee, Quadruple Homicide, and WITI Milwaukee, Baby Death Shock.
In the small market Spot News winner is Brokaw Chemical Spill, WSAW Wausau.
Breaking news from Marathon County, where more than a dozen people have been hurt after a chemical leak at the Brokaw paper mill. Sheriff's deputies say they were sickened and hospitalized after the leak there this morning. After about 8 o'clock, our crew at the scene tells us U.S. Highway, make that County Highway, WW, has been blocked off. They also tell us the hazmat and several other departments from the area are at the scene.
And the winner for medium market television Spot News, Lake Delton Draining, WISC Madison.
This weekend's torrential rain takes its toll on at least 3 homes as they tumble into Lake Delton in the Wisconsin Dells.
The lake spilled over its banks at County Road A, taking out the road and cutting a path to the Wisconsin River. Good afternoon. It's been a difficult day in what is normally one of Wisconsin's most popular resort areas.
And the pictures are just incredible.
And the winner for major market television Spot News, WISN TV Milwaukee.
We do have crews all over the hardest hit areas.
Kyrie is in the city of Kenosha, where a possible tornado forced people from an apartment building and a taco shop.
And Chloe Maroney is in New Munster, where a different tornado may have hit. She spoke with people forced from their homes there.
We start with Nick Bohr. He's in Wheatland, where the worst of the damage appears to be.
That's right, Kathy. We were just allowed in here about a half hour ago.
In the award for Best Morning Newscast, the small market television finalists are WKBT La Crosse, News Channel 8 Morning Newscast, WAOW Wausau, TV Morning Newscast, and WSAW Wausau, News Channel 7 Daybreak. In Best Morning Newscast, the medium market television finalists are WMTV Madison, The Morning Show, WLUK Green Bay, Good Day Wisconsin, and WBAY Green Bay, Action 2 News This Morning. In the award for Best Morning Newscast, the major market television finalists are WISN Milwaukee, 12 News This Morning, and WTMJ Milwaukee, Live at Daybreak.
And the winner of the small market television morning newscast, News Channel 8 Morning Newscast, December 8, 08, WKBT La Crosse.
This is News Channel 8 This Morning.
Hi there, and good morning to you. We welcome you to News Channel 8 this morning. It's Tuesday, December 9th, 2008. I'm Jennifer Livingston. There is a wintry mess outside this morning.
Yeah, pretty much as advertised. It started snowing in La Crosse about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Some iciness down to the south beforehand.
And the winner for medium market television morning newscast, Action 2 News This Morning, August 21st of 2008, WBAY Green Bay.
Good morning, I'm Kevin Romper.
And I'm Catherine Bracho. There's been a house fire in Shawano overnight. Officials say one person was killed.
Got the latest details on that coming up in just a minute. Also talk about the Packers' plans to relocate their training camp.
Yeah, we'll show you exactly where that's going to be. But first we want to get a check of the weather with Justin over in Storm Center 2.
All right, dealing with some small issues this morning. Temperature is really not a problem.
The winner for Major Market Television Best Morning Newscast.
WISN TV 12 News This Morning.
This is 12 News This Morning.
Breaking news this morning, I-94 in Waukesha County. These are live pictures from News Chopper 12. The interstate is shut down right now in both directions because of an overnight crash involving two semis and a car. This is happening near Calhoun Road. One person, we are being told, has died in that crash.
Here's a slugfest, the award for Best Evening Newscast. In Small Market, the finalists are WKBT La Crosse, Train Derailment, WEAU Eau Claire, Standoff and Elevator Fire, and WKBT La Crosse, Flooding 2008. The Medium Market Television finalists for Best Evening Newscast are WLUK Green Bay, Fox 11 News at 9. WGBA Green Bay, Evening News, and WISC Madison, News 3 at 6. For Best Evening Newscast in the major markets, the finalists are WTMJ Milwaukee, Church Catastrophe, WISN Milwaukee, 12 News at 10, January Tornadoes, and WITI Milwaukee, the 5 p.m. News.
And the winner of the Small Market Television Best Evening Newscast is WKBT La Crosse for Flooding 2008.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Martha Kowalski.
And I'm Mike Thompson. Cleanup is just getting started for many people affected by flooding this weekend.
But another round of storms could make things even worse.
Here are the latest updates we have tonight.
Well, officials from the Federal Emergency Management Administration will start damage inspections Thursday in 5 Wisconsin counties, including Vernon and Crawford.
And the winner for Medium Market Television Evening Newscast, WGBA Evening News.
NBC 26 live at 10. A suspect arrested, another on the loose following 2 separate manhunts in Brown County.
Warrants reveal a mother's admission of smothering her son with her bare hands.
A local farmer mangled by his horse-drawn plow.
NBC 26 investigates daycare dangers. See who's failing to keep your kids safe.
And the winner for Major Market Television Evening Newscast,
WTMJ TV Milwaukee.
I said that right now at 10, a church catastrophe.
The explosion was loud, the window shook, things were falling off the desk.
It was just nothing like I've ever seen before.
Just crossed them apart.
You just saw the flames coming out of the manholes. My ears actually popped. We will make it. We will have a Baptist church in Conomowoc.
In news writing for television, the small market finalists are WQOW Eau Claire, Hot Route, WSAW Wausau, Men Abducted, Assaulted, and WEAU Eau Claire, Honor Guard. In television news writing, the medium market finalists are WISC Madison, Adults with Autism, a 2-part series, WFRV Green Bay, Skinny Boy, and Wisconsin Public Television Madison, The Tiffany Train. In news writing for major market television, the finalists are WISN Milwaukee, Guitars for Vets, WTMJ Milwaukee, High Dollar Drivers, and WITI Milwaukee, Officer Down and Back Up Again.
Small market television news writing goes to WSAW Wausau for Men Abducted, Assaulted.
And the winner, medium market television news writing, Adults with Autism 2-part series, WISC Madison.
this is what will eventually I'll be.
With crisp folds and careful creases, Matt Ward can turn parchment into poetry.
It's compound icosahedron, dodecahedron.
But compound dodecahedrons don't come without a muse.
So will this be a polyhedron when you're done?
Yes.
And the winner in major market television for news writing is
WISN TV Guitars for Vets.
There's not a person with a guitar in their hands who hasn't wondered where a stroll down the fretboard can take them.
Well, I noticed what it was doing for me pretty early on.
He picked one up
A year and a half ago.
and it's been talking back ever since.
in one of our biggest television categories, hard news investigative reporting. The small market television finalists are WSAW WASA, Shawano Hit List, FBI Informant Speaks Out, WQOW Eau Claire, Assembly Asleep, and WEAU Eau Claire, Mom Murdered. In hard news investigative reporting, the medium market television finalists are WMTV Madison, Human Trafficking, WGBA Green Bay, Bond Behind Bars, and WMTV Madison, Bad Neighbor. In hard news investigative reporting for the major markets, the finalists are WTMJ Milwaukee, Insurance Shocker, WISN Milwaukee, Line of Fire, and WTMJ Milwaukee again for Drinking, Driving, Delivering.
And the winner of the small market television hard news investigative reports is WSAW Wausau.
News Channel 7 at 6 starts now.
A frightening story is developing in Shawano where the FBI is investigating a hit list that includes the names of dozens of residents. It's our top story at 6. Good evening, I'm Jeff Taylor.
And I'm Susan Ramsett. Federal agents tell News Channel 7 that 60 people are on the list, all targeted as possible victims of federal crimes.
And the winner, Media Market Television Hard News Investigative, Bad Neighbor, WMTV Madison.
I was hysterical. I was crying, I was shaking, and I felt unsafe. Very fearful, intimidated, very scared, very intimidated, nervous, fearful. Uncomfortable, intimidated.
On October 1st, a parade of witnesses took the stand and talked about how their neighbor, Brian Lawler, made them feel.
Harassed. I'm terrified. I don't go outside anymore.
It's just a very frightening scenario to think that people have to live this way.
And the winner for major market television, hard news investigative,
Line of Fire, WISN TV, Milwaukee.
Milwaukee Fire Captain Ted Stribling lay unconscious and badly injured inside a burning home. The last thing he remembers was walking into the blaze alongside fellow firefighter Tony Rueda. He has no memory of what happened next.
Tony and I fell through the floor. Tony did not lose consciousness, and he rescued me.
The floor beneath their feet gave way, sending the two firefighters crashing to the concrete basement below.
Another strong TV category is for series or documentary. The small market television finalists are all from the La Crosse market. They are WXOW La Crosse, Voices of Courage, The Truth About Sexual Assault, WKBT La Crosse, Living a Dream, and WXOW La Crosse, Changing Faces of the Coulee Region, Growth of the Hispanic Population. In the award for Best Series or Documentary, the media market finalists are WMTV Madison, Flood Emergency, WISC Madison, Liliana's Story, a two-part series, and Wisconsin Public Television, Madison, Wolves in Wisconsin. In series or documentary, the major market television finalists are WDJT Milwaukee, Harley-Davidson, 105 years in the making. WTMJ Milwaukee, you paid for it, a composite. And WITI Milwaukee, Harley's 105th.
And the winner for small market television, series, or documentary goes to WKOW La Crosse for Voices of Courage.
I was date raped.
Jenny was just 17 years old when she was sexually assaulted by a classmate. The young man was new to her school. He asked her to help him with some homework.
He wanted me to come to his house to help him out, so I didn't think anything of it.
But shortly after Jenny arrived, he pushed her to the floor and raped her.
And the winner, Media Market Television, series or documentary, Wolves in Wisconsin, Wisconsin Public Television, Madison.
The very tall animals at the shoulders are usually 30, 32 inches at the shoulders, which is just a little bit shorter than a white-tailed deer.
Adult males weigh, on the average, about 70 to 80 pounds.
They travel mostly at night. They're such shy, secretive animals. They're a big, large, wild dog.
The dog in question is Canis lupus, the gray wolf.
And now the winner for major market television, series or documentary. WTMJ TV, you paid for it.
On some level, running a coffee shop isn't a whole lot different than running the county it's in.
They really need to serve a customer, and I guess I consider myself a customer to the government.
Customers who expect to get what they pay for.
I mean, you know, they're kind of the people that set the example for us.
But you won't believe how some of the highest-ranking Waukesha County leaders spend their time.
The next 6 radio categories are live on-scene reporting, Best Radio Show, 9 a.m. to 5 a.m., Best Morning Show, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m., Sportcast or Report, Best Sports Play-by-Play, and Significant Community Impact.
In the award for Best Live On-the-Scene Reporting, the small market radio finalists are WTCH-AM in Shawano for the Seneca Drug Bust, WBKY-FM Portage, Lake Delton Dam Fails, and WTCH-AM Shawano Semi-Fire. In live on-the-scene reporting, the medium market radio finalists are WSAU-AM Wausau for Wausau Murder-Suicide, WFDL-AM Fond du Lac, New Year's Eve Fire, and WTAQ-AM Green Bay, Storm Day. In the award for live on-the-scene reporting, the major market radio finalists are WTMJ Milwaukee. We don't have a church anymore. WIBA-AM Madison, Severe Weather Action Team, and Wisconsin Public Radio Madison, GM announcement.
And the winner in small market radio for live on-scene reporting is Seneca Drug Bust, WTCH-AM Shawano.
This morning, the Joint Task Force for Shawano, Menominee, and Oconto County, along with the Department of Criminal Investigation for the state of Wisconsin, did a search warrant on a house in western Shawano County. Now, this house is on South Town Line Road, right on the township line between Seneca and Morris. It's actually on the east side of the road, putting it in the township of Seneca.
The winner for medium market radio in live on-the-scene reporting,
New Year's Eve Fire, WFDL-AM Fond du Lac.
And a crowd starting to gather around the home on 4th Street where huge plumes of black smoke billowing out of this 4th Street residence. And at this point, we don't know if anybody is inside the house. Firefighters were called to the scene shortly before 8:30 this evening, about 15 minutes ago.
And the winner for major market radio live on-scene reporting is We Don't Have a Church Anymore, WMTJ-AM Milwaukee. This should be WTMJ.
Yes.
And John, I just talked to the pastor of that church who says the police and fire officials are telling him it's a total loss, and really looking at the church, you could really not see how it could be anything but. The steeple, there's a giant chunk of it just gone. It looks like the church building itself is just not there, reduced to a pile of rubble.
Here's a new category this year, the best radio show running from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. In small market radio, the finalists are WLKG-FM, Lake Geneva, It's For You, with Jillian Moss-Backman, WTCH-AM, Shawano, Aaron Light, and WCOW-FM, Sparta, Arnie Andrews Afternoon on Cow 97 from 2 to 6. In the award for Best Radio Show from 9A to 5A, the medium market finalists are A, all from the same market, B, all work for the same company, and C, all broadcast from the same building. Those finalists are WIFC-FM in Wausau, Paul Belke, WDEZ-FM Wausau, Vanessa Ryan, and WOFM-FM Wausau, Terry Stevens' all-day coffee break on WOFM and WIZD. In the battle for Best Radio Show in Wisconsin from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m., the major market radio finalists are WTDY-AM Madison, the Wisconsin Guys, WTMJ-AM Milwaukee, Midday with Charlie Sykes, and WMGN-FM, Magic 98 in Madison, Lynette Hansen.
For small market radio, best radio show from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m., Shawano, Aaron Light, WTCH AM, Shawano.
Here's what's happening on WTCH.
Here with Aaron Light, kicking off the big Friday afternoon show right here on WTCH. Coming up this hour, we're taking your Packer Pick'em scores. We're going to be calling one of our lucky qualifiers for 2 tickets to see Blake Shelton and Miranda Lambert New Year's Eve in Green Bay.
The best radio show in the medium market for 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. is Paul Belke, WIFC-FM in Wausau.
Afternoons with Belke.
Thanks for coming to work today. Welcome to the show.
WIFC.
95.5 WIFC. Hi, I didn't play touchdowns yet. I know. Boo. Hey, I thought I heard the noise. But pick your first touchdowns coming up before 5 o'clock this afternoon on WIFC. Thank you.
Best radio show in major market from 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. is Midday with Charlie Sykes in Milwaukee on WTMJ.
Now, here's your host of Insight 2008, Charlie Sykes.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Hey, I've explained to the live audience that we're doing something a little bit different. We used to have politicians and spokesmen and all the usual suspects on the program. This year we're doing something different, what we call the Meeting of the Mouths, and we have brought in the most opinionated talk show host that we could imagine.
In one of those competitions that could be called a war, the battle to be Wisconsin radio's best morning show starts with our small market finalists. They are WGLR-FM Lancaster, The Big Show with Rob Spangler, WBKV-AM West Bend, Best Morning Show, and WRPN-AM in Ripon, The Breakfast Bunch. The award for radio's best morning show in Wisconsin's medium markets has finalists from WTCX-FM in Fond du Lac, the TCX Morning Showgram with Greg Owens, WIIL-FM Kenosha, Tom and Lisa Morning Show, and WTAQ-AM Green Bay, Mike, Matt, and the Morning News. The finalists for Wisconsin's best radio morning show in the major markets are WTDY-AM Madison, Sly in the Morning, WLUM-FM Milwaukee, Mornings with Cramp and Adler, and WMAD-FM Madison, John and Tammy in the Morning.
And the award in small market radio goes to Best Morning Show, WBKV-AM West Bend.
Bob Onifin with you on the morning show till 10, 18 minutes past 6 o'clock. Wall Street on Friday. Dow finished off 8. NASDAQ was up 14. S&P up 2. By the way, some good news anyway. The government reported inflation held to a measly 0.1% last month if you take out fuel and food prices.
The best morning show in medium market radio.
The TCX Morning Showgram with Greg Owens, WTCX FM Fond du Lac.
96.1 TCX, your station for rock and hits of the 80s and more, with the Eagles and their Life in the Fast Lane. This guy's still one of the top-selling bands of all time. Well, why not? All their songs are just great. Hope your morning's going well so far. It's your radio pal, G.O. It's your TCX Morning Showgram.
And the winner for Major Market Radio Best Morning Show 5 to 9, Mornings with Cramp and Adler, WLUM-FM, Milwaukee.
The drunk dial line. You've reached Cramp and Adler's drunk dial line. You called correctly, now speak drunk.
Here on Cramp and Adler, when the news happens, the drunk dial line delivers.
Cramp and Adler, it's the East Side Wentz, and you need to get in touch with me and tell me where the you're getting me next.
In the contest for Best Radio Sportscast or Sports Report, the small market finalists are WTCH AM in Shawano for the WTCH Sports Update, WRJO Eagle River, Snowmobile Derby, Busick wins, and WTCH AM Shawano, he hit it! In Sportscast or Report, the medium market radio finalists are WTAQ AM Green Bay, WTAQ Sports, WHBY AM Appleton, WHBY Sportscast, and WCLO AM Janesville, WCLO Morning Sports with Al. The major market radio finalists for Best Sportscast or Sports Report are WUWM-FM Milwaukee, African Americans in Baseball, WTMJ-AM Milwaukee, The Retirement of Brett Favre. It doesn't say which one. And WUWM-FM Milwaukee, The Happy Fisherman.
In small market radio, best sportscast or report goes to WTCH Sports Update, WTCH AM Shawano.
Here's your hometown radio sports.
Good evening, I'm Brad Williams with your WTCH Sports Update. Many area girls teams were in action on the court last night. We start our prep roundup with Gresham. Gresham made the trip to Iola to take on the T-Birds and fell short, 50-34. The Lady Wildcats were down by only 3 after the first, but they lost control.
In medium market radio, Sportscast or Report.
The winner is WCLO Morning Sports with Al, WCLO AM Janesville.
Here's Al with sports.
Yeah, well, Brett is back. Remains to be seen whether he will still be the leader of the pack. Head coach Mike McCarthy, after the inter-squad scrimmage at Lambeau on Sunday night, talks about the timetable for today when Brett Favre arrives.
As far as the plan for Brett Favre, he'll be reinstated, as everybody knows, tomorrow at noon. He will go through a physical, just like every other player that's come through. He's been through the drill.
And the winner for Best Sportscast or Report in the Major Market Radio is the retirement of Brett Favre on March 4th, 2008, WTMJ AM in Milwaukee.
Takes rainbows down the left sideline, got a man out there over the center. You will never hear Wayne and, more importantly, Brett Favre do that during a Packers game again. Brett says he's gone as far as he'll go in the NFL.
After 17 seasons, 3 MVP awards, a Super Bowl title, and countless NFL records, Favre told the Packers he was retiring Monday night.
In the contest for Best Radio Sports Play-by-Play, the small market finalists are WLKG-FM Lake Geneva for the Division IV State Championship, Camp Randall, Madison. WTCH-AM Shawano, Shawano versus Clintonville basketball game. And WJMQ-FM Clintonville, New London versus West De Pere football game. In the contest for Best Sports Play-by-Play, the medium market radio finalists cover 3 different sports. They are WHBL-AM Sheboygan, Sheboygan North-South Basketball, WFDL-AM Fond du Lac, the Waupun Volleyball State Championship, and WSCO AM Appleton, Appleton United Hockey versus Arrowhead. In major market radio, the battle for best sports play-by-play covers pro, college, and high school sports. The finalists are WTMJ AM Milwaukee. The Brewers win the wild card. WTDY AM Madison. DeForest versus Reedsburg basketball. WIBA AM Madison. Wisconsin versus Michigan State. And WTDY AM Madison. DeForest versus Milton football.
And the winner in small market radio for best sports play-by-play is the Division IV State Championship, Camp Randall Madison, WLKG-FM Lake Geneva.
Mike Coolidge, Bill Blakely at Camp Randall in Madison for the D4 State Championship game. We start the fourth quarter of action. Wautoma leads the Bigfoot Chiefs 7-0. Wautoma with the football right now, looking at a second and about 4, and we'll call it the Chief 37-yard line. You know, I was talking during the break, Coach, and I hate to say it.
The Media Market Radio winner for Best Sports Play-by-Play.
Appleton United Hockey versus Arrowhead, WSCO AM Appleton.
Arrowhead bumps him off his stick, back at full strength. There's a pass to Nephew, centering pass, knocked down, Hunter, another penalty coming up. Free ball, loose in front, Saucedo! And they blow the whistle as the goal is off its moorings again. But another power play coming up for Appleton United. And right now, they have not been able to put the puck in the net, Gary, but Appleton is buzzing the net right now.
The winner for Major Market Radio Best Sports Play-by-Play, the Brewers win the wild card, WTMJ AM Milwaukee.
It's over. It's over, Jim. Here they come to the clubhouse, and the Brewers have won. They are going to the playoffs. They won it, Jim. Banners are streaming down from the upper reaches of Miller Park.
In a category that highlights some of our industry's best work, the small market radio finalists for a program of significant community impact are WRJO-FM in Eagle River for Take Pride and Ride fundraiser, WPVL-FM Platteville, the main event, and WRJO-FM Eagle River, the second annual Polar Bear Plunge Pledgeathon. In significant community impact, the Media Market Radio finalists are WTAQ-AM Green Bay, Families of Children with Cancer, and WTAQ. WAPL-FM Appleton, Story of Hope. WAPL Rock for Kids Radiothon. And WFDL-FM Fond du Lac Relay for Life Dedication 1. In the major market battle for significant community impact, the finalists are WUWM-FM Milwaukee, Project Milwaukee, Youth Violence, WTMJ-AM Milwaukee, Kids to Kids Christmas, and WMCS-AM Milwaukee for various entries.
In small market radio, significant community impact, Take Pride in Ride fundraiser, WRJO-FM Eagle River.
In Media Market, the winner is Story of Hope, WAPL Rock for Life Kids Radiothon, WAPL-FM Appleton.
My name is Angela Peter, and I am married to Paul Peter, and we live in Appleton, Wisconsin with our 3 daughters, Anna, Abigail, and Hope.
There's a sun that's inside of my soul.
We're getting the standard routine ultrasound at the doctor's office to check on the new baby growing. And
For significant community impact for the major market radio category is Project Milwaukee Youth Violence, WUWM-FM in Milwaukee.
Today, here on WUWM, we began a new series about youth violence in Milwaukee.
You'll be hearing stories and interviews on Morning Edition, All Things Considered, and Lake Effect that will take an in-depth look at the problem, and most importantly, it will explore possible solutions. Well, tomorrow morning, we'll have a story for you by LaToya Dennis.
The next 6 television categories are feature, live on-scene reporting, news video, sports reporting, sportscast, and sports video.
The most competitive of all TV categories is for feature reporting. The small market finalists are WEAU Eau Claire, The Littlest Cheerleader, WSAW Wausau, Soldier Meets Son for the First Time, and WKBT Lacrosse, Par for the Course. In feature, medium market television, the finalists are WFRV Green Bay, Boil Over, WISC Madison, Search for Perfection, and WLUK Green Bay, Trout Fisherman. In best feature reporting, the large market television finalists are WITI Milwaukee, T-Man's Blues, WISN Milwaukee, Catholics, and Confession, and WDJT Milwaukee, A Sister's Choice.
And the winner for small market television feature is WSAW Wausau, Soldier Meets Son for the first time.
He's just a few weeks old, but Jackson Nichols is already taking an important trip to the airport. For the first time, he's going to meet his daddy, Army Captain Joshua Nichols. He's wearing a t-shirt to express his feelings because Mommy says Jackson will probably just sleep right through it.
And the winner for medium market television feature, Boil Over, WFRV Green Bay.
Whenever you boil fish, all the oils come out of the fish and they float to the surface. It's kind of a strong flavor, kind of a fish oil flavor. We want to get rid of that. So we boil it over.
So much, really anything.
For major market television feature, the winner is Catholics and Confession, WISN TV.
If confession is the doorway to forgiveness, then many Catholics choose to go around the back.
It's been a lot of years since I've kneeled in a confessional.
It's between me and God.
I guess I just don't really feel the need, which is an interesting thing to say, I guess.
In a category that can rivet us all to the screen, the small market television finalists for live, on-the-scene reporting are WSAW Wausau, Shooting in Stevens Point, WEAU Eau Claire, Car Plows into a House, and WXOW Lacrosse, Apartment Fire. In live, on-scene reporting, medium market finalists include WKOW Madison, The Crossplane Shooting, WMTV Madison, Delton Breach, and WBAY Green Bay, Iowa Twister. In the award for Best Live On-the-Scene Reporting, the major market finalists are both from WTMJ in Milwaukee, Shots Fired at Police, and Oconomowoc Church Explosion.
Small market television, live on-scene reporting. The winner is WXOW Lacrosse, Apartment Fire.
News 19's Sarah Stewart joins us now from the scene with more on how this could happen again. Sarah?
Well, Dave, the residents thought it was over too, and they were making plans to find some long-term housing. But now the La Crescent Fire Chief and the Fire Marshal both say that those same hot spots could be what started the fire today, and it was a much worse fire than the last one.
And the winner for medium market television, live on-scene reporting, WMTV TV, Delton Breach.
Good afternoon, Carly. You used the exact word to describe the scene here. It is unbelievable.
unbelievable. If you have traveled and vacationed on Lake Delton, if you've been here, you know what it used to look like. And as you glance out right now, it is completely changed and may be that way forever. If we scroll over to where you can see that green line of grass.
And now the winner for Major Market Television Live On Scene reporting
is WTMJ TV, Shots Fired at Police.
Charles Benson's on the scene with the very latest. Charles.
Well, George, this is the area where the shots were fired from. We're at 35th and Clark, and you can see there's a lot of police activity because police are looking for the shooter. But here's the amazing story. Shots fired from here, but this is the direction that they went. 34th and Clark, you can see there. Then another street down, 33rd and Clark, a woman inside her house.
In news video, the small market television finalists are WKBT Lacrosse, Gone to the Birds, WXOW Lacrosse, Millions of Mayflies, and WSAW Wausau, Grace Under Pressure, Emergency Responders. In media market television, the finalists for Best News Video are WFRV Green Bay, Wooden Instruments, WISC Madison, Rwanda Family Home Build, and WFRV Green Bay again for Tax Time. The Best News Video finalists for large market television are WDJT Milwaukee, Tug of War, WTMJ Milwaukee, Heroin in the Suburbs, and WISN Milwaukee, Zero Gravity Flight.
The small market television news video winner is WXOW Lacrosse, Millions of Mayflies.
They come off the water, and then they hang in the trees, and that's what we first discovered. You could actually see the branches sagging from the weight of mayflies. Then they shed their exoskeleton, and then they start to swarm.
Just as dusk was falling and the sky was turning red and everything was looking extremely beautiful, they started smoking up the trees. I mean, it was just, there's no other word for it. It was just a brown smoke.
And the winner for Media Market Television News Video, WFRV TV Wooden Instruments.
This is where it'll start out. My name is Bob Seidel, and I'm a retired person, and I build musical instruments for a hobby. I started building, just about 20 years. A lot of fun, ain't it, huh?
And the winner for Major Market Television News Video,
Heroin in the Suburbs, WTMJ TV, Milwaukee.
H. Smack. Boy and Thunder. Heroin. Many names, one effect. Total ruin.
People are shooting up in high school bathrooms. People are shooting up at parties. They're shooting up everywhere.
In television sports reporting, the small market finalists are WXOW Lacrosse, The Right Call, WKBT Lacrosse, Houston Football, and WXOW Lacrosse, In the Game. In medium market television sports reporting, your finalists are WISC Madison, A Referee's Final Call, WKOW Madison, Brewers Clinch, and WISC Madison, Parkview Basketball, Lessons for Life. In major market television sports reporting, the finalist is WTMJ Milwaukee, The Bucks Workout.
The small market television sports reporting winner is WKBT Lacrosse for Houston Football. Football is life right now for the Houston Hurricanes.
State tournament time. How can you be excited?
Let's go!
go!
That's no different for senior Steve Cox.
It's a really big game for us now.
In fact, the only difference may be that Steve won't suit up for the game.
Yeah, come on!
Although you might not know it when you see him on the field, Steve is autistic. In fact, when you see him on the field, you might think he's the head coach.
And the winner, Media Market Television Sports Reporting, a referee's final call, WISC Madison.
Imagine how many times Gene Van Galder has done that. Friday, he'll do it for the last time in a high school football game.
Didn't think I'd do it 30 years. Never thought I'd be at college level. Never thought I would have a chance to do some work in the NFL.
Van Galder's involvement in high school athletics has spanned almost 40 years since he was an athlete himself at Beloit Memorial for the legendary basketball coach Bernie Barkin in the early 60s.
And Major Market Television Sports Reporting. A lot of tension. The winner is, this may come as a bit of a shock, WTMJ TV, the Bucks workout.
Sit. Are you going to have a good laugh when I try it out?
Oh, great laugh. Can't wait for this.
Good.
Hey, you laugh.
All right. Now try and go just on your right foot. Same thing. All right. That's all right.
Bring him on the court.
In the battle for Small Market Television's Best Sportscast, the finalists are WKBT Lacrosse, News Channel 8 Sports, WSAW Wausau, The Highlight Zone, Friday night football coverage, and WEAU Eau Claire, Friday night hoops, Farewell to Favre, and Sports Scene 13 football. In the fight for Best Sportscast, the Media Market Television finalists are WFRV Green Bay, WKOW Madison, 427 Sports at 10, and WLUK Green Bay, Brett Favre leaves Green Bay. In Major Market Television Best Sportscast, the finalist is WTMJ Milwaukee, Lance Allen Sportscast Compilation.
And Small Market Television Sportscast Award, the Highlight Zone Friday night football coverage goes to WSAW Wausau.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the final regular season edition of the Highlight Zone. I'm Jocko, and that's birthday boy, Dale Vyman.
Yeah, I know that you're older, but certainly not wiser, I guess.
So only do we have the DC Everest dance team with us tonight, but a whole bunch of gifts that we like to call games for you, the folks at home. Let me take it down to Marshfield for this one. And what a game it was early in the first quarter. Marshfield quarterback Luca Kala connects with wide receiver Grant Hornbach.
And the winner, Media Market Television Sportscast 27 Sports at 10, WKOW.
Although the two teams have never played before, it didn't take long to develop a rivalry at the Champs Sports Bowl. The bad blood carried over to today. Both teams joined back and forth before the coin toss. No scoring in this first quarter, but in the second, things get going. Unfortunately, they got going for Florida State. Dustin Shearer's screen pass gets deflected. Backwards pass counts as a fumble. Derek Nicholson takes it in for a touchdown, 7-0 Knowles.
And the winner for Major Market Television Sportscast. We are particularly proud of the awards where we are the only finalist. WTMJ TV, Lance Allen Sportscast Compilation.
Well, Carol, it was definitely an emotional press conference, but there was one thing that Brett Favre wanted to clear up. He didn't specifically address any personnel issues that he had with GM Ted Thompson, but he insists that he wasn't pushed out or asked to leave.
We all would like to leave on our own terms. What those terms are, I've heard it so many times, man, I'd like to see you go out like Elway. Well, Elway was different.
In sports video from Small Market Television, the finalists are WKBT Lacrosse, Arc Enemies, WSAW Wausau, State Football 2008, and WKBT Lacrosse again for Kalen's Story. The Media Market Television finalists for Best Sports Video are WISC Madison, Skydiving with ALS, WFRV Green Bay, Bullfrogs Baseball, and WMTV Madison, When We Were Kings. For Best Sports Video, the Major Market TV finalists are WDJT Milwaukee, Playoff-Bound Brewers Special, WTMJ Milwaukee, Favre, Dream On, and WDJT Milwaukee, Brewing Something Special.
And the Small Market Television winner for Best Sports Video is WKBT Lacrosse for Arc Enemies.
Whenever the two teams play, the Arc of Victory is up for grabs.
Regardless of our records, the game that we play for the Arc is by far the most important game of the year.
20 inches long and made of walnut, the Arc has been around for 80 years. And as part of its tradition, each year documents from the Logan Central game are to be placed inside. But they are now placed in a file because, well, the Arc was filling up.
And the winner, Media Market Television Sports Video, skydiving with ALS WISC Madison.
He has a wonderful life, and it's stepping away. I've always wanted new experiences.
Want to race?
Yeah, and take advantage of them and try anything out that I can. He's all for it. He's very excited about it. But I'll tell you what, I think that speaks highly to his spirit and who he really is. So I said, well, hey, I got an idea. Would you ever think about doing a skydive? And he went, sure. What do you mean I have to do?
The award for excellence for Major Market Television Sports Video goes to WDJT TV Brewing Something Special.
You can sugarcoat it. We screwed up. Last year kind of left a bad taste in our mouth. A tough year overall.
We're getting to the point where every baseball game matters.
There's a lot of excitement in that room. We can compete, and we can compete with anybody.
The final radio categories are special interest, editorial commentary, promotional announcement, humorous commercial or PSA, non-humorous commercial announcement. If it doesn't fit, this must be it. And our annual special awards category, best election coverage.
In special interest programming, the small market radio finalists are WTCH-AM Shawano, the Shawano Holiday Parade, WGLR-FM Lancaster, Rob Spangler interviews Randy Travis, and WTCH-AM Shawano, Polar Plunge. The medium market radio finalists for special interest programming are WLIP-AM Kenosha for the Kenosha Mayor Debate 2008, WOMT-AM Manawoc, home tribute to local soldiers. And I bet you didn't know that WOMT stands for World's Only Mikado Theater. And the final finalist is WAPL-FM, the Rockin' Apple in Appleton, the 30th anniversary free-for-all. The major market radio finalists for special interest programming are WTDY-AM in Madison, Holiday Shopping, Wisconsin Public Radio Madison, Bridging the Shores, the Hmong American Experience, WJJO-FM Madison, Band Camp and Concert, and WTDY-AM Madison, Hot Dog Driver.
And in small market radio special interest category, the winner is Polar Plunge, WTCH-AM Shawano.
2008 began yesterday, and many people celebrated in Shawano by jumping in a lake that's in the channel behind the lighthouse in Shawano.
This is our 8th annual. We started out with 6 people as a joke, and it's escalated now to about 60, 70 people.
That's lighthouse owner Jeff Stahorek. He's hosted this event for several years now, and we talked with some of the people that jumped in the lake following their big plunge.
And the best special interest piece for medium market radio is the Kenosha Mayor Debate, WLIP-AM Kenosha.
All right, you're listening to AM 1050 WLIP. I am Lenny Palmer. I'm in, what do we call this? The Studio East, you said it was? Studio East. Studio East with Keith Bosman, Pat Moran, candidates for Mayor of the City of Kenosha. Mr. Bosman, I'll give this one to you first, all right? I want to remind people, by the way, you're listening to AM 1050 WLIP. I am Lenny Palmer.
And the winner for special interest in major market radio is Band Camp Concert, WJJO-FM in Madison.
July 27, 2008, the event that redefined concerts in Madison returns. Rhode Island. Tickets on sale now. Coliseum box office and at all Ticketmaster locations.
In a growing and now very competitive category, the small market radio finalists for editorial and commentary are WRPN AM in Ripon, Merry Christmas, WRJO FM Eagle River, Court Commentary, and WTCH AM Shawano, Golden Apple Needs More Space. In editorial commentary for the medium markets, the finalists are WIZM AM La Crosse, As I See It, Crying in My Beer, WSAU AM Wassa, WSAU Loans, and WIZM AM in La Crosse again, As I See It, Top Dogs, Top Notch. In editorial commentary for major market radio, the finalists are both from WUWM FM in Milwaukee, A Dog of a Job, and The Gathering Storm of Mental Illness.
In small market radio, editorial commentary, court commentary, WRJO FM Eagle River.
It's been just over a week since I left the Northwoods courtroom with a very empty feeling. I was also somewhat upset, but mostly discouraged. I had just finished covering a sentencing hearing for a man convicted of the first-degree sexual assault of a child starting when she was under the age of 12. He had also been convicted of first-degree sexual assault against the same child in an earlier court proceeding.
The medium market radio winner for editorial commentary is As I See It, Crying in My Beer, WIZM AM La Crosse.
As I see it, I'm Scott Robert Shaw. These are tough times. The economy is in the toilet. Coping can be tough. Sometimes drowning your sorrow seems the answer. Soon, that too could become more difficult. The Wisconsin District Attorneys Association is calling for an increase in the state's alcohol tax. Never mind that Wisconsin's liquor and beer taxes are among the lowest in the nation.
The winner for major market radio editorial commentary, The Gathering Storm of Mental Illness, WUWM-FM Milwaukee.
When Jeff and I crossed paths for the last time, his smile was wide and his skin was lobster red, burned by the sun. He had been living at McKinley Marina, squatting, I guess you'd say, on a boat that he intended to buy whenever his business partner could get his finances together. This was typical of Jeff. He was prone to outlandish acts.
One of the biggest categories for both radio and television is for Best Promotional Announcement. In small market radio, the finalists are WTCH-AM Shawano, 2008 Farm Woman of the Year, WLKG-FM Lake Geneva, Lake 96.1 Farmer Brown Halloween Promo, and WPVL-FM Platteville, Spooky Sock Hop. The medium market finalists for Best Promotional Announcement are WDEZ-FM in Wassa, Speak Keyword, WSAU-AM, Wassa, WSAU, Dennis Walker Promo, and WKSZ-FM Green Bay, Chicken Fest. The major market radio finalists for Best Promotional Announcement are WJJO-FM Madison, Point 10K, WTSO-AM Madison, NASCAR Driver Profile Series, and WIBA-AM Madison, Favre, will he or won't he?
And in small market radio promotional announcement, the winner goes to Lake 96.1 Farmer Brown Halloween Promo, WLKG-FM Lake Geneva.
Hello?
Want me win?
Hey, who is this?
Me want tickets.
What is that all about? Hello?
Tickets.
Stop it, that's not funny.
Me want tickets.
Maybe. What do you want?
Ma'am, this is the local police department. We've been tracing the calls that you've been getting, and we thought you'd like to know. They're coming from inside the station.
For Best Media Market Radio Promotional Announcement, the winner is Speak Keyword, WDEZ-FM Wausau.
only speak keyword.
Do you, Gladys, take this man Matthew to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Matthew, take this woman, Gladys, to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Fraudulent.
What?
Pickaninnies.
What are you doing?
Philanthropy.
Hey, brother.
For promotional announcement at a major market radio, the winner is .10K WJJO-FM Madison.
Mad City Marathon. The Crazy Legs 10K. The Iron Man. Madison has a long and storied history of holding world-class running events. But now, JJO and Miller Lite say, yo, back up. Something's wrong here. What's wrong is they discriminate against us beer drinkers who like to drink.
This category had not only the most entries for radio, but the most for any category in the WBA Awards program. The best humorous commercial or public service announcement finalists in small market radio come from WPVL-FM in Platteville, Arthur House, Bad Comic Syndrome, WGLR-FM Lancaster, Keeler BP Hunters, WLKG-FM Lake Geneva, Pirate and Parrot, Drifters Bar and Grill. In Best Humorous Commercial or Public Service Announcement, the medium market radio finalists are WIAL-FM in Eau Claire, hey down there, WDEZ-FM Wausau, Mullins Cheese, Superhero Campaign, and WIFC-FM Wausau, Crossroads County Market, June Dairy Month, 08. The major market radio finalists for Best Humorous Commercial or Public Service Announcement are WWQM-FM, that's Q106 in Madison, Sparkle Auto Body, Carp Elvis's, WTMJ-AM Milwaukee, Do Not Call, and WMCS-AM Milwaukee, The Quiet Zone Commercial.
Small Market Radio Humorous Commercial or PSA Announcement, Keeler BP Hunters, WGLR-FM, Lancaster.
Hey, she's in the rack on that one.
Okay, settle down. I hereby call this meeting of Deer Hunters Local 608 to order. Please stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to Keeler BP off exit 5 of Highway 151 and to their pizza for which is great.
The medium market radio winner for humorous commercial or PSA announcement is Mullins Cheese Superhero Campaign, WDEZ-FM in Wausau.
Mullins Comics presents the adventures of Captain Chedhead and his sidekick Jocko. When we last left our heroes, they had fallen into the clutches of the diabolical Luther Limburger.
You're finished, Limburger. Release Jacko and I now.
You tell him, Captain.
You're finished, Jedhead.
At this moment, my henchmen are taking over Mullins Cheese.
The winner for Major Market Radio Humorous Commercial or PSA Announcement, Sparkle Auto Body, WWQM-FM Madison.
So a couple of weeks ago, I was driving down a country road next to a flooded ditch when all of a sudden a 10-pound carp jumped out of the water and onto my windshield. I was so surprised that I kind of drove off into the flooded ditch, and the carp got away. Of course, no one will believe me because Sparkle Auto Body made it look like nothing happened.
In the category of non-humorous commercial announcement, the small market radio finalists are WTCH-AM in Shawano for the Shawano Speedway, WLKG-FM Lake Geneva, Computer Crash, Lakes Technology Specialists, and WPVL-FM Platteville, Badger State Ethanol. The media market finalists for radio's best non-humorous commercial in Wisconsin are KCLH-FM in La Crosse for Piggy's Fall Menu, WAPL-FM in Appleton, Explosive Audio, she gets all the good stuff, and WZOR-FM in Green Bay, Dead by Dawn, House of Bathory, 2008. the major market radio finalists for Best Non-Humorous Commercial Announcement are WMGN-FM in Madison, Two Men in a Truck, Keep It Simple. WJJO-FM Madison, Quench Gum, Playtime is Over. And WMCS-AM Milwaukee, Reader's Choice Commercial.
And in small market radio, the winner goes to Badger State Ethanol, WPVL-FM Platteville.
You want your money to go as far as possible. So when you fill up at the Smart Station in Platteville, not only will you be fueling your vehicle, you will be fueling Southwest Wisconsin. You'll be helping area farmers, helping the environment, and helping your wallet too. Their fuel is refined from corn grown right here in Southwest Wisconsin, produces fewer emissions, and can save you even more if you apply for a Smart Card.
And the Media Market Radio winner for non-humorous commercial announcement is Piggy's Fall Menu, KCLH-FM La Crosse.
With Piggy's, it's all about options. You can pretty much have whatever you want.
It is baked brie and filo dough with maple syrup and toasted almonds. It's absolutely amazing. I think it's perfect for fall.
Turkey breast steak. It comes on a bed of pumpkin spice fettuccine. Take one bite and you're going to have a flashback to Thanksgiving Day in your dining room.
The blue marlin was excellent. And the winner for the non-humorous commercial announcement, Major Market Radio, goes to Quench Gum, Playtime is Over, WJJO-FM in Madison.
Playtime is over. The seconds tick simultaneously with the anxious beat of your heart. The crowd's silence deepens with the expectation of greatness. Like scripted beauty, you take the handoff with perfect stride. You spin off the first defender, stiff-arming the next. You grind your way to pay dirt. One more yard. Ball game.
Fuel your passion for winning and refresh yourself to victory with Quench Gum.
All awards programs face the problem of what to do with entries that don't seem to fit in any one particular category. The WBA Awards program has a very elegant solution. It's a category called If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It. The small market radio finalists are WTCH-AM in Shawano for a story that'll put a chill up the back of any Wisconsinite, the Eddie Gein anniversary. WWIS-FM, Black River Falls, Brian B.'s Crazy Little Christmas, Rodney's Jury Duty, WPVL-FM, Platteville, Leo Brethall's Leap into Darkness, and WTCH-AM Shawano, the WTCH Shopping Show. The medium market radio finalists for If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It are WTCX-FM in Fond du Lac for The Game Plan, WHBY-AM Appleton for Dave's Wine and Cheese, and WDEZ-FM Wausau, Lee and Nikki's Dancing with the Stars with Grandma Patsy. If it doesn't fit, this must be it. The major market radio finalists are WUWM-FM Milwaukee for Resale Shops Booming, WIBA-AM Madison, Mr. Favre, and Wisconsin Public Radio Madison, Texting Hazards.
In small market radio, if it doesn't fit, this must be it. Eddie Gein Anniversary, WTCH-AM, Shawano.
The first day of deer hunting marks an anniversary of sorts and one of the most bizarre murder cases in American history. Folks alive in 1957 remember the case of Eddie Gein of Plainfield, who murdered 51-year-old Bernice Warden in her hardware store. He then took her to his house, gutted her like a deer.
Oh. Don't stop there. In medium market radio, the winner of If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It is Lee and Nikki's Dancing with the Stars with Grandma Patsy, WDEZ-FM in Wausau.
All right, back here, we got to check in with Grandma Patsy here, do a little Dancing with the Stars in review from last night, but I guess apparently we caught her at a bad time, Grandma Patsy.
Hurry, I was back out in the garage. Hurry.
Oh, okay, all right, we're going to talk with Grandma Patsy here. She's on her way to a garage sale, and God knows we can't hold that progress. Good morning, Grandma Patsy, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm just rushing this morning.
The winner in Major Market Radio, if it doesn't fit, this must be it. I thought they were talking about my tux for a second. Texting Hazards, Wisconsin Public Radio, Madison.
LaBasha McKinley of Madison loves texting and talking on the phone. The 17-year-old has 3 cell phones.
So, I could text one person and talk on the phone to the other person at the same time. I text, while I'm eating. I text while I'm cooking. I text while I'm reading.
It's this kind of multitasking that has doctors dismayed.
The new WBA Awards program includes an annual special category. This year, it was for election coverage. In small market radio, the finalists come from just one station, WTCH-AM in Shawano, for their entries Candidate Review 2008 and Superstar Stumps for Obama. In Best Election Coverage, the medium market radio finalists are WFDL-AM Fond du Lac, Election 2008. WTAQ-AM Green Bay, Decision 08, and WHBY-AM Appleton, Election 08. In Major Market Radio, the finalists for Best Election Coverage are WTMJ-AM in Milwaukee, Election 2008, WUWM-FM Milwaukee, Election 2008, and Wisconsin Public Radio, Presidential Issues Series.
And in small market radio, best election coverage, the award goes to Candidate Review 2008 WTCH-AM Shawano.
Coming up on April 1st will be the general election for the local candidates in our races. Among those, school district and county board. Not to mention the Supreme Court Justice, and also a referendum that you'll be looking at. Today we're going to focus on county board supervisors. We're going to focus with, first of all, a rookie.
Best medium market radio election coverage goes to Election 08 WHBY-AM Appleton.
Good evening. As expected, Wisconsin went for Barack Obama, and Democrats are celebrating in Madison at the Obama campaign headquarters. John Colbert has more on that.
Wisconsin Democrats are gathered at the Monona Terrace Convention Center in downtown Madison for a jubilant party to celebrate the expected election of Barack Obama as President of the United States.
Best election coverage in the major market radio is Election 2008 WTMJ-AM Milwaukee.
It's 10 o'clock. I am grateful to the people of Wisconsin for their friendship and their support.
Barack Obama and John McCain have won the Wisconsin presidential primaries. Afterwards, Obama thanked his Wisconsin supporters at a rally in Houston, Texas.
In Wisconsin, when you go to vote, it's 5 degrees outside.
The final television categories are Weathercast, Significant Community Impact, Special Interest, Editorial/Commentary, Promotional Announcement, Commercial or PSA, If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It, and Best Election Coverage.
In the battle for Best Television Weathercast, the small market finalists are WSAW Wausau, Lee Ann Oakley, News Channel 7 Daybreak Meteorologist, WKBT La Crosse, Bill Grawl Weather, and WSAW Wausau again, Mike Brumling, News Channel 7 Chief Meteorologist. The medium market television finalists for Best Weathercast are WBAY Green Bay, Storm Center 2, WMTV Madison, NBC 15 Weather, and WBAY Green Bay, Storm Center 2. For Best Weathercast in a major market, the television finalists are WDJT Milwaukee, Mark McGinnis Montage, and WISN Milwaukee, Weather Watch 12.
And the small market television Best Weathercast winner is WSAW Wausau. Mike Brumling, News Channel 7 Chief Meteorologist.
From the Weather Lab, Chief Meteorologist Mike Brumling.
Well, this is Tornado and Severe Weather Awareness Week. We had a statewide tornado drill yesterday, so it seems fitting that we'd have some severe weather in the state today. Now, our Titan radar is showing southern Wisconsin from Wausau on southward, and you can see there are clusters of scattered strong to severe storms right now.
And the winner for medium market television weathercast, WMTV NBC 15 weather.
Well, for some, the white stuff means green. Ka-ching, ka-ching. I mean, plow drivers are going to be raking it in yet again, and there's going to be issues with school, work, and travel going through at least the first half of tomorrow. 34 degrees in the Milwaukee area and at Green Bay, 30 in Rhinelander, 32 at La Crosse. The wind chill is not terrible, but I think as we get into tomorrow, we'll likely have wind chills of 5 to 10, so that may be an issue as the wind blows.
And now the winner for Major Market Television Best Weathercast goes to WDJT TV, Mark McGinnis montage.
Now, Milwaukee's first complete weather forecast with CBS 58's First Alert Weather.
Well, will we turn around the bend and finally get some relief? Let's get the latest now from Chief Meteorologist Mark McGinnis. Mark?
Yeah, Michelle, Paul, that turn won't happen until tonight, and we'll have to wait until probably the end of the weekend. But here's the current scenario on First Alert Precision Doppler.
In the contest for Best Program with a Significant Community Impact, the small market television finalists are WSAW Wausau, Share Your Holidays, WEAU Eau Claire, Goodwill Clothes Drive, and WKBT La Crosse, Steppin' Out in Pink. The medium market television finalists for a program of significant community impact are WMTV Madison, NBC 15's Share Your Holidays, WLUK Green Bay, The DTV Tests. Are you ready? WKOW Madison, Surviving the Financial Crisis. The major market television finalists for a program of significant community impact are WISN Milwaukee, Driving and Texting, and WTMJ Milwaukee, On Deaf Ears.
Small Market Television Significant Community Impact Award, Share the Holidays, goes to WSAW Wausau.
We'll be helping to fill those pantry shelves again this year with our food drive, Share Your Holidays. It all starts at the Wausau Holiday Parade. Now that parade, filled with lighted floats and other surprises, is set for 6:30 Friday evening. It starts at Marathon Park and heads east on Stewart Avenue toward the downtown square. Members of the News Channel 7 staff will be walking in the parade, collecting non-perishable food.
And the winner for medium market television, Significant Community Impact, WKOW, Surviving the Financial Crisis.
So let's head over to those phone banks. Greg, Jessica joins us now. And Greg, what types of phone calls have you been getting tonight?
Diana, a lot of investment questions. It is very apparent that many of you have statement shock, getting those financial statements in from your 401ks, IRAs, or other investments. And after seeing what the stock market has done, obviously many of you have been affected. That's been the majority of our calls here tonight.
And the winner for major market television, Significant Community Impact, On Deaf Ears, WTMJ TV Milwaukee.
Wisconsin children with insurance are being denied payment for hearing aids. And one Wisconsin lawmaker, one man with ties to the insurance industry, is standing in the way. Families' pleas are falling on deaf ears.
They can hear. He just sat, I think, with his mouth open for hours in amazement of there's sound in this world.
In special interest programming, the small market television finalists are WEAU Eau Claire, Wisconsin PGA Open, WXOW La Crosse, Mississippi River Wild, and WKBT La Crosse, Assignment Education, Special Report. The medium market television finalists for programming of a special interest are WKOW Madison, Extreme Makeover, Home Edition in Wisconsin, WISC Madison, Going Green, Wisconsin, and WFRV Green Bay, Eye on the Storm. The major market television finalist in programming of a special interest is WTMJ Milwaukee, Positively Milwaukee Special.
The small market television special interest winner is WXOW La Crosse for Mississippi River Wild.
The Mississippi River is one of the greatest natural resources, and nowhere is that more evident than right here in the Seven Rivers region. From recreational opportunities to economic development and tourism, the mighty Mississippi is a true treasure for our communities. And that's why WXOW 19 was a founding member in an organization called Mississippi River Wild.
The winner for Medium Market Television Special Interest, WISC, Going Green, Wisconsin.
We are on the shore of Lake Monona at Madison's Olin Turville Park, and tonight we are hoping to inspire and inform you on living an eco-friendly lifestyle. Good evening, everyone. I'm Terry Barr.
And I'm Eric Fonke. Welcome to this primetime edition of News 3. We'll introduce you to folks right here in our area leading the way. They are individuals with expert advice.
And now the winner for a Major Market Television program of special interest.
I know you've all been waiting. WTMJ TV Positively Milwaukee Special.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for this Positively Milwaukee Special. It is the holidays, a time to reflect and give thanks to those who work tirelessly to help others. Tonight we're going to look back at some people and programs who spread joy all year round.
The small market television finalists in the editorial commentary category come from one station, WSAW Wausau, Drinking and Snowmobiling, and Positive Economic Outlook. In editorial and commentary, the medium market television finalists are WISC Madison, Budget Delay, and Wisconsin Public TV, Madison, The Lighty Commentary. In editorial commentary, major market television, the finalist is WMVS Milwaukee, Washington Follies of 2008.
Small market television editorial commentary goes to WSAW Wausau for Drinking and Snowmobiling.
Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mansell. The Guelph and Chicago news anchor Randy Salerno is grabbing national headlines after a recent snowmobile accident in Vilas County. The driver he was riding with, Scott Hershey, is now facing charges of homicide by intoxicated use of a vehicle. Unfortunately, Salerno is one of 15 people who have died in snowmobile accidents in Wisconsin already this season.
The award for medium market television editorial commentary, Wisconsin Public Television, The Lighty Commentary.
Here's Peter Lighty and keyboardist Steve Kontrowitz, and tonight's primary Eve and Insight.
They're pulling into Madison, Racine and Milwaukee, Lacrosse and Eau Claire, pitching to you and me.
And the winner of Major Market Television editorial and commentary.
Congratulations to WMVS TV for Washington Follies of 2008.
Deals, 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 and plenty of them. That's right, it's super special bargain days here at Mitt Motors, so hurry on down and put yourself behind the wheel of a shiny new 2008 Romney. Mitt Motors has all the best deals on all the best cars, and you won't want to miss out. Check out the smooth shifting Romney Nevada with available four-wheel drive to handle any terrain. Or experience the sleek elegance of the Romney Palmetto with pop-up navigation screens to smooth out even your sharpest turns.
The contest for Best Promotional Announcement is the TV category that had the most entries. The finalists in small market television are WKBT Lacrosse, Highlight Zone, WAOW Wausau, Best of Years, and WXOW Lacrosse, Just the Weather Guy. The medium market television finalists for Best Promotional Announcement are WKOW Madison, Weather Image, Wisconsin Public Television, Madison, Be Part of the Picture, 1 in 10, and WKOW Madison, WKOWTV.com Launch Campaign. The major market television finalists for Best Promotional Announcement are WITI Milwaukee, Fox 6 Wake Up number 1, WISN Milwaukee, Weather Watch 12, We're Here When You Need Us, and WITI Milwaukee, A Team to Die For.
And the small market television promotional announcement winner is WAOW Wausau for the best of years.
And the Media Market Television promotional announcement winner, WKOW Madison for WKOWTV.com launch campaign.
Weather is easier to find on the new WKOWTV.com. 27 Live Super Doppler, the forecast, and all of our sky camps are just a click away. Now you don't have to go searching for the forecast. Only on the new WKOWTV.com.
And now the winner for Major Market Television Best Promotional Announcement.
WITI TV Fox 6 Wake Up #1.
Milwaukee's #1 morning news is Fox 6 Wake Up News. With your weather first, your traffic tracker, and all your local news. On air, on the radio at 87.7 FM, online, and on your mobile device. No matter where you are, 7 days a week, Fox 6 Wake Up News is always on.
In Best Commercial or Public Service Announcement, the Small Market Television finalists are WKBT Lacrosse, It's For Me, WAOW Wausau, Health Matters, and WKBT Lacrosse, Funk. The Media Market Television finalists for Best Commercial or Public Service Announcement are WISC Madison, HDTV Giveaway, WFRV Green Bay, Crystal Coffee Cafe and Beanery, WMTV Madison, Upper Iowa University, Faces of UIU MBA. The Large Market Television finalists for Best Commercial or Public Service Announcement are WTMJ Milwaukee, Lutheran Living Services, Grandma, WITI Milwaukee, PB&J Challenge, and WTMJ Milwaukee, Komen Race for the Cure.
The Small Market Television Commercial or PSA Announcement winner goes to WKBT Lacrosse for Funk. And the Media Market Television winner commercial or PSA announcement, HDTV giveaway, WISC Madison. Did you know News 3 is now available in high definition? Don't have a high-def TV? Well, we're giving away a 52-inch 1080p HD TV so you can watch News 3 in HD. Go to the contest page on channel3000.com for details, then watch News 3 this morning, Wednesday, November 26th, when the winner will be announced. The News 3 HD TV giveaway.
And the winner of Major Market Television Commercial or PSA Announcement,
Komen Race for the Cure, WTMJ TV, Milwaukee.
I have two sons, and it was very hard to tell them what I was facing. The support that they give me every day, and especially at the race, means so much to me. We need to find the cure. Mary Ellen Mills, a girl in Wisconsin, breast cancer survivor.
I'm Karen Meekins. Join us for the Susan G. Komen Milwaukee Race for the Cure.
As we heard in radio, if it doesn't fit, this must be it. And the Small Market Television finalists are WQOW Eau Claire, Cuckoo for Birdwatching, WEAU Eau Claire, Employee Christmas Greetings, and WJFW Rhinelander, Locked Up. The Media Market Television finalists for If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It are WBUW Madison, Recharge Wisconsin, TJ's Story, WMTV Madison, Jeopardy in Madison, and WISC Madison. Ain't no nation like a donation. If it doesn't fit, this must be it. The major market TV finalists are WTMJ Milwaukee, As Good as Old, WITI Milwaukee, The Weight of the Weather, and WDJT Milwaukee, ICAM Storm Coverage.
And the small market television winner for If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It is WEAU Eau Claire for Employee Christmas Greetings.
All of us at WEAU would like to wish you a blessed holiday season.
Hello, I'm Andrew Pfeffer.
And I'm Judy Clark.
And I'm the producer. You've heard them talk all year. Now, it's my turn. Happy holidays from all of us here at WEAU 13 News at noon and 5. And have a happy Holiday to you.
Greetings from us. Yeah, okay, great. Happy holidays from our family to yours.
What are you doing?
In medium market television, If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It. The winner is Jeopardy in Madison, WMTV Madison.
This quiz show debuted in 1984, has won 27 Emmy Awards, and is taping the 2008 College Championship at the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Of course, the correct response, what is Jeopardy?
This is a special presentation from NBC 15 News. This is Jeopardy, made in Madison.
And now, a major market television award for If It Doesn't Fit, This Must Be It.
As Good as Old, WTMJ TV.
Wrapped in a scaffold cocoon, venerable City Hall is beginning to reemerge.
That's a whole project in and of itself, right?
It hid the century-old jewel for years, but it's that scaffold that enabled Don Berenson and his crew to get at every nook and cranny. And there are a lot of nooks and crannies.
As with radio and new media, television had the opportunity for the first time to compete in the new special category, election coverage. In small market, the best election coverage finalists are WSAW Wausau, Election Day Live Special Reports, noon until midnight. WEAU Eau Claire, Election Coverage 2008. WQOW Eau Claire, Best Election Coverage WQOW. The medium market television finalists for Best Election Coverage are WMTV Madison, The New Assembly, WBAY Green Bay, Action 2 News, Vote 08, and WISC Madison, Campaign 2008 Compilation. And in our final category for this evening, the major market television finalists for Best Election Coverage in Wisconsin are WTMJ Milwaukee, On the Road with the Presidential Candidates, WISN Milwaukee, Commitment 2008, and WTMJ Milwaukee again for Red, White, and Blue 2008.
Small market television, Best Election Coverage 2008 goes to WEAU Eau Claire.
Renzo is live at one of the 4 busy polling places in Chippewa Falls.
Following with the national trend, a lot of early voting and a lot of early in the morning voting. So Chris and Sarah, back to you.
Thank you, Kelly.
And Mary Renzo are live for us tonight. And Megan, first of all, I imagine there's quite a bit of energy there.
Well, Chris, there certainly is. There are a lot of outbursts of cheers and applause here at the Republican Watch Party.
And there are 20 seats in Wisconsin that are in play.
And the winner, Media Market Television, Best Election Coverage, The New Assembly, WMTV Madison.
It was a very close election, a very close race. And
Debbie Towns has had 2 years to think about election night 2006.
And the night of the election, I went to bed thinking I'd won by a handful of votes and woke up the next morning to find out that I'd actually lost by a handful of votes.
After a recount, the 2-term Republican incumbent lost by 8 votes.
So we've got to work really hard.
She lost to Kim Hickson, an associate professor at UW.
And the winner for major market television, Best Election Coverage,
Commitment 2008, WISN TV.
After more than a year-long campaign build-up, the Iowa caucuses were done and the winners chosen in less than 2 hours. And the one thing the candidates here were fighting for is momentum. Can they carry it with them along the rest of this campaign? There were several headlines to come out of the caucuses here. Barack Obama wins big.
And now comes the moment that you've all been waiting for. The News Operation of the Year and the Station of the Year Awards. When your station is announced as a winner, please come up to the front, this podium, to receive your award. You will also be able to say a few words to the audience, although we do ask that you keep your comments brief. Your photo will be taken at the front of the room while you are receiving your award and speaking. Station group photos will be available at the back of the room by the balloons following the ceremony. We will begin with the News Operation of the Year Awards. The Small Market Radio News Operation of the Year goes to WTCH AM Shawano.
Thank you. I want to thank the people of our radio station, and I want to definitely thank all my reporters that are out there in the field that are doing what I ask them to do. My name is Doug Erdman. I am the news director for WTCH Radio, and again, I just want to thank everybody for this award, and again, the WBA. Thank you very much.
My name is John Slicer. I'd like to thank Doug Erdman for waking me up at 5 in the morning, at 11 o'clock at night, and for being a good friend. Thank you very much.
The Medium Market Radio News Operation of the Year goes to WTAQ AM Green Bay.
My name is Robert Kennedy. I'm the news director at WTAQ. I want to thank the hardworking news staff at WTAQ, and I want to thank everybody who works in the production and programming side of WTAQ as well, because it's a real team effort there, and everybody does their share, and when news needs help, it's all hands on deck. Also want to thank Jerry Bader, the program director, and Duke Wright, the owner of Midwest Communications, for their commitment, dedication to local news, because as you all know, a lot of shops are having tough times these days, and these guys know it's important, so we stick with it. So thanks to everybody. Have a good night.
And the Major Market Radio News Operation of the Year goes to WTMJ AM Milwaukee.
I'm John Byman, the news director for WTMJ Radio. I'll echo just about everything that Robert said. I'd like to thank everybody at Journal Broadcast Group and Journal Communications. It really is a team effort, and it's a privilege to be able to do what we do every single day. Thank you.
The Small Market Television News Operation of the Year goes to WSAW-TV, Wausau.
Thank you very much. I ordered my staff to come up here with me, and no one did, so you're all fired. Honestly, it's been a great year for our station. I'm the new kid on the block when it comes to news directors in the Gray Group, also in the Small Market, I think. anyone who's been in a small market at one time, which is most of you knows that no one's doing it for the money. So clearly my staff, they truly love what they do, and they are committed to getting better all the time. So congratulations, and to my staff, thank you. Thanks.
The Medium Market Television News Operation of the Year goes to WMTV Madison.
I'm a little speechless. I wasn't expecting that, to tell you the truth. I just want to thank my entire staff. They give 110% every day. And I tell you, I love my job because of my staff. So thank you, guys.
And the Major Market Television News Operation of the Year goes to WTMJ-TV, Milwaukee.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm Bill Barra. I'm the news director. I want to thank the Academy. I always wanted to say those words. Actually, I want to thank our viewers who have trusted us over the years to bring them the best news. And I want to thank our hardworking staff who, without doing all that they do, this means nothing. And the management that has given us tremendous support. I want to thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
And finally, Station of the Year. The Small Market Radio Station of the Year goes to WTCH-AM, Shawano.
Your wide lens. Your wide lens. Congratulations. My beauties.
Got lots of folks up here. My name is Bruce Grassman. I'm the president of Results Broadcasting and the general manager of WTCH. First off, I'd like to offer a sincere congratulations to all the small market radio station winners out there today. As I have an opportunity, as I'm sure you do, to travel this great state, there's a lot of terrific small market radio out there being done. And I don't believe anyone serves small markets better than local small market radio. I'd like to thank Michelle, Linda, and the entire WBA staff for putting this together tonight. For those of you that were here last year, this is a repeat. We were the first ever station of the year, so I guess I just have one word, wow, to do it again. I'd like to congratulate our staff, our team. And as folks that were up here already this evening, they all say one word, and that's team. And you don't become a news operation or a station of the year by doing it on your own. So congratulations. Would you give these folks a hand? Thank you very much.
That is a heavy award. The Medium Market Radio Station of the Year goes to WTAQ-AM, Green Bay.
Here, I'll take it. It's heavy. Here, Duke, you can take it.
For those of you who know Duke Wright, that's no surprise at all. My name is Jerry Bader. I'm National Director of News Talk Programming for Midwest Communications and Program Director of WTAQ. And I just, to echo what Bruce said, to win this 2 years in a row as their fine station did, knowing all the excellent radio stations that you're competing against is truly an honor. And I just want to say thank you to the staff and thank you for ownership that has a true commitment to local radio.
Thank you, Jerry. I promise I won't take more than 15 or 20 minutes up here. But in any case, I just want to add one additional comment. Of course, thank you to the entire staff and crew at TAQ for doing such a super job, and congratulations to all of the winners out here this evening. I've been in the radio business for 50 years now, and in 1958, 59, 60, many times throughout those 50 years, I was told AM is dead. Now, I heard an awful lot of awards going to AM stations this evening, and I was never anybody that believed that. AM is alive and well and winning all over America, and I thank everybody for this wonderful award. Thank you.
And the Major Market Radio Station of the Year goes to WTMJ AM, Milwaukee.
Thank you very much. There are a lot of people who like to take shots at broadcasters these days, right? Politicians and Wall Street and others. I wish they could all have been in this ballroom this evening and heard about all the great things that broadcasters are doing in our local communities. I'm very proud to be part of our WTMJ radio family, and on behalf of the talented men and women who are connected to our local community, we thank you for this great honor.
The Small Market Television Station of the Year goes to WSAW-TV, Wausau.
Thank you, Michelle. Here, why don't you take that? I'd like to thank Michelle and the WBA for this honor. I'd like to thank Sue Ramsett for coming to Wausau from La Crosse back in 2001 because she's assembled this team. It shouldn't really be one person accepting this award. It's this group of people and some folks back at the station that put hard work in every day looking for that compelling story and telling it in the way they do. So with that, I'd like to thank them right here. Thank you very much.
The Medium Market Television Station of the Year goes to WISC-TV, Madison.
My thanks to the WBA and the staff for a wonderful evening tonight, and more importantly, to all of you. Everyone in this room is a contributor to this industry, to television and radio, obviously, but to us as individuals and as companies, we wouldn't do as well as we do without all of us challenging each other to do our best. And I want to thank our staff and Morgan Murphy Media, WISC-TV in Madison. They do a terrific job and they're the ones who deserve this award, and on their behalf, I accept it. Thank you very much.
And the Major Market Television Station of the Year goes to WTMJ-TV, Milwaukee.
Wow. Hi, I'm Steve Wexler, by the way, and these are just some of the folks from today's TMJ4 in Milwaukee. You know, all of us are being asked to do a lot these days, and in fact, in most operations, we're all doing more than we ever did before. And the talent of every member of our team that goes into our operation is truly amazing, and something that I'm proud of, and our folks in our newsroom and our promotion and production and sales offices are also proud of as well. You know, at Journal, like hopefully in your market, we try not to lose sight of the fact that it really begins with the community and with the viewers and with the listeners. It doesn't really begin with us. And we are very proud of this award. I accept it on behalf of Journal Broadcast Group. Our thanks to our leader, Doug Keel, who provides us with the environment where we can do our very best work. I want to thank the WBA for their support during very challenging times of the broadcast industry in our state as well. And thank you for your flattery this evening as well. Thank you very much.
That was exciting. Please join me again in a big round of applause for all of our winners here tonight. Once again, I would like to thank our sponsors, American Media Services and the Wisconsin Army National Guard. And on a personal note, and this is not in the script, but I just have to give a very special thank you to the WBA staff tonight. They have done a phenomenal job. Vice President Linda Bond, NCSA PEP Coordinator Liz Boyd, and Administrative Assistant Mandy Endicott. Thank you. Remember, the group pictures are available in the back. The WBA Awards Committee will be handing out brochures of all the award winners in the back of the room as you leave. Also, a reminder that second and third place plaques are available behind the screen over here, okay? So make sure you pick those up tonight as well, please. We're hiding them. And on behalf of the WBA Board of Directors, the WBA Awards Committee, and your WBA staff, we hope you enjoyed yourselves, and we thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Be safe, and good night.